For much of the last 2 centuries, global power was dominated by Western nations, first through colonial empires and later through economic, military, and political leadership, led largely by the United States and its allies. Today, that balance is changing. At the center of this transformation stands China, once perceived primarily as a manufacturing base for foreign companies. China has emerged as a central actor reshaping global power across economics, technology, diplomacy, and military influence. This documentary examines how China is redefining its role in the world and what that means for the future of global power. China's rise did not happen overnight. After decades of isolation, the country began opening its economy in the late 1970s under reforms introduced by Deng Xiaoping. These reforms allowed market mechanisms, foreign investment, and export-driven growth while maintaining strong state control. Over the next 4 decades, China experienced one of the fastest economic expansions in human history. Hundreds of millions were lifted out of poverty. Cities transformed into industrial and technological centers. By the early 21st century, China had become the world's second-largest economy and the largest trading partner for more than 120 countries. This economic transformation laid the foundation for China's growing global influence. China's economic strength is now one of its most powerful tools. Unlike traditional military dominance, China reshapes global power primarily through trade, investment, and infrastructure development. A key example is the Belt and Road Initiative, launched in 2013. This massive global infrastructure program spans Asia, Africa, Europe, and Latin America through ports, railways, highways, power plants, and digital networks. China is physically connecting itself to global markets. For many developing countries, Chinese financing offers faster access to infrastructure than Western-led institutions. In return, China gains influence, long-term partnerships, and strategic access to key trade routes and resources. Critics argue that this creates debt dependency, while supporters see it as a practical alternative to stalled development aid. Either way, the initiative has altered global economic geography. China is no longer just assembling technology, it is creating it. The country has invested heavily in artificial intelligence, 5G telecommunications, renewable energy, quantum computing, and space exploration. Companies such as Huawei, Tencent, Alibaba, and BYD are now global players. Chinese firms are competing directly with American and European tech giants, especially in emerging markets where affordability and scale matter most. Technology is also geopolitical. Control over digital infrastructure means influence over data, communication, and security. As Chinese technology spreads globally, it challenges Western dominance in standards, platforms, and innovation leadership. This technological rise has sparked global competition, sanctions, and trade restrictions, particularly between China and the United States, marking a new era of strategic rivalry. China's approach to diplomacy differs from traditional Western models. It emphasizes non-interference, economic cooperation, and status-state relationships. This approach resonates with many countries in Africa, Asia, and Latin America that have experienced political pressure tied to aid and alliances. China has expanded its diplomatic footprint, opening embassies, increasing development assistance, and playing a growing role in international organizations. It has positioned itself as a leader of the global South, offering an alternative vision of development that prioritizes sovereignty and stability. Cultural influence also plays a role. Confucius Institutes, Chinese media networks, student exchanges, and global broadcasting help shape international perceptions of China, though not without controversy. While China emphasizes peaceful development, it has simultaneously modernized its military at an unprecedented pace. The People's Liberation Army has transformed into a technologically advanced force with capabilities in cyber warfare, space, naval power, and missile systems. China now possesses the world's largest navy by number of ships and has established its first overseas military base in Djibouti. The South China Sea has become a focal point of tension as China asserts territorial claims that affect global shipping lanes. Rather than global military dominance, China's strategy focuses on regional control, deterrence, and protecting economic interests. This approach reshapes power without replicating the traditional model of worldwide military bases. China's rise challenges the post-World War to global order largely shaped by Western institutions. Beijing has created alternative financial institutions and increased its influence within existing ones. It promotes a multipolar world where power is distributed among several major actors rather than dominated by a single superpower. This vision appeals to countries seeking greater independence from Western influence. However, tensions remain. Disputes over human rights, trade practices, cybersecurity, and political values continue to shape China's relationships with Western nations. These disagreements reflect deeper questions about governance, sovereignty, and the future of global leadership. In many parts of the world, China is seen not as a threat, but as an opportunity. Chinese investments have built roads, hospitals, ports, and power stations where others did not. Trade with China has boosted exports and industrial growth. At the same time, concerns exist about labor practices, environmental impact, and long-term economic dependence. The reality is complex. China's influence brings both opportunity and risk, and countries navigate this relationship based on their own interests. China is not simply rising, it is reshaping how power is exercised in the modern world through economics rather than conquest, technology rather than ideology, and connectivity rather than control. China has redefined what global influence looks like in the 21st century. The future of global power will not be decided by China alone. It will be shaped by how other nations respond, adapt, and cooperate in an increasingly interconnected and competitive world. What is clear is this: the era of a single dominant power is fading. In its place emerges a more complex, multipolar world, and China stands firmly at its center.